money roll, yeah, I'm looking at the bank statements, I do not want to tell, yeah, nuts with my gang, you be just a stain, cover on my chain.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, guys, I'm going to be doing a reaction to a scene from Sucker Punch, the movie directed by Zack Snyder. And this movie, guys, was hated on by everybody pretty much when it came out. Critics, fans, everybody kind of trashed the movie, and the movie really is kind of trash. But there were a few cool scenes, and the scene that I'm reacting to is actually my favorite scene throughout the whole movie. It's the scene where the three samurais are fighting the protagonist. I really forget her name because she's not really memorable to me in any way, but this scene was just so amazing. And Zack Snyder takes a lot of shit because of the DCEU shit that happened, but before that, he made Dawn of the Dead, Watchmen, 300, so he made some pretty good movies. Like, I think Dawn of the Dead's pretty much his best movie, that or Watchmen, but he has some good movies that are okay, you know what I mean? I wouldn't hate on him so much, and I think the way, like, the style that he directs, the action that he directs, it kind of leaves you wanting more of that action and stuff, but his storytelling's not really that good, so that kind of hampers most of his movies, you know what I mean? But the way he was able to bring samurais to life in this movie, and in this scene particularly, is just amazing. It kind of just like rips off the pages of a manga or like an anime show and kind of brings it to the big screen, something we've never seen since even today, you know? And this movie is probably like 8 or 9 years old, so I just really appreciate that. All the three of the samurais have unique like aesthetics. They all look completely different. They all have their own individual like personality. My favorite one's obviously the one with the straw hat and the katana. I mean, that's my favorite. A katana. Like, I want to buy a katana and learn like kenjutsu. So like that's my like little, you know what I mean? That's what I want to do, but it's just an amazing scene. The only problem I have with the scene is that they use a minigun. Like, one of the samurais uses a minigun. It's like, oh man, just stick to the old school weaponry, you know? Like, just stick with before anything with gunpowder or anything like that. Just old school weapons, old school style of fighting. That would be amazing. And that the protagonist wins, but obviously she's the protagonist of the story. Just the way they all get beat so easily kind of pissed me off, because they all look so badass, and the aesthetics was so pleasing throughout the movie. Like, the whole background that they're in like an empty stadium. It's kind of like a blue aura behind the whole scene. It's just very nice to look at, but the way that they all get killed is just kind of like, wasted potential, you know what I mean? So in the future, I would really love to see a movie that really like does what Zack Snyder does in this scene throughout a whole movie, you know, based off like 2 or 3 samurai that they could really develop and like create a cool story kind of. I really would appreciate that, but enough talking, guys. You know, I love movies, so I could talk about them forever. Let's jump into the clip, and let's check it out. We'll have a little discussion after. Let's go! They need to make a movie with just these 3 samurai, I'm telling you. Look at that shit. My word, this is a real life anime. So sick. Getting their ass kicked, yo. Okay. Damn. Man, someone needs to make a samurai anime type of movie like this. Honestly, what the fuck is taking so long? This is the guy with the minigun and a bazooka. They took it too far, you know? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Look at that. Does she have a Desi too? A Desert Eagle? Oh my god. I don't know about that one. She has two Desis. Oh my god. Let's go. The music is so cheesy, like look at that, that's a full up charge up, man. That's an anime move. That's straight up out of an anime. I'm telling you. Woo! That was clean, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty clean. Yo, see what Zack Snyder is like capable of doing? All we need is someone to be a writer for Zack Snyder. Hey guys, that scene was kind of weird, you know what I mean? That brought me back 8 years ago, you know? Like 8, 9 years ago. That was a weird movie. And I say that because it kind of sums up Zack Snyder as well as the director. What I'm about to say is that he'll have like great moments throughout a scene, and then he'll just have weird moments within that scene that kind of take away from the greatness. Like when that girl was fighting the last samurai, how they're facing off, standing one-on-one, and then you have a cheesy song in the background and you're like, man, like, what am I watching again? And then you look up and you're like, shit, what am I watching? This shit looks pretty dope, you know? So I always said to myself, like, if someone could just sit down and write an amazing screenplay, and someone could direct that screenplay and just worry about the directing and the characters and the character development and the story and everybody's progression throughout that story, and just let Zack Snyder focus on the visuals and the action sequences, he could maybe make a masterpiece. Not 100% potentially he will make a masterpiece, maybe, because I don't know about his skills still, you know? Like, I'm not too iffy on Zack Snyder. I'm not saying he's the worst director, but I'm not saying he's the best either. So let me know what you guys think about Zack Snyder. Let me know what your favorite movie by Zack Snyder is, guys. Mine's definitely Dawn of the Dead, and then I'll go Watchmen and then 300. But I think Dawn of the Dead is his best movie by far, you know? I'm not even going to talk about Batman vs. Superman or any of those movies, because, come on, man. Those were just like, come on, man. I mean, come on. But anyways, guys, another reason why I love this scene, like I said in the intro, is that they were able to bring that anime type of feel to the big screen. And no big studio's ever been able to do that so far. I mean, look what they did with Dragon Ball Evolution. That was a complete shit show. I mean, everybody hated that movie. I don't even know what it has on Rotten Tomato, but it might be in the negatives, because that movie was just straight up trash. And then look what they did with Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I mean, that was M. Night Shyamalan, so that's when M. Night Shyamalan was pretty good too. Like, he was putting out good movies at that point in time, and he shit the bed with that Avatar movie. I mean, that movie was straight up trash. And I watched both those animes growing up, so it just kind of sucks to see that Hollywood still has problems doing anime adaptations at this point in time, because I would really like to see a few cool IPs. Cool to see a lot of these IPs get adapted to the big screen, just to see what these universes would look like, just to see what potentially all these studios could do, what they could create, what kind of fantasy worlds we could see, you know? Just the characters that we've grown up watching, seeing them on the big screen, live action style, CGI on point, you know? That would be amazing. And I just think we gotta wait a few more years, you know, and wait kind of until the comic book run is kind of over too, because comic books right now, everything's comic book centric, and I'm not mad, trust me. Guys, you just saw my reaction trailer to Avengers 4. I am not mad at all about comic book movies right now. I'm super happy, super content with them. So don't think I'm blaming comic book movies right now. I just feel like big companies don't want to take a risk with like anime movies or video game movies, especially with the past track record with those type of movies. They don't really make a lot of money, and they always kind of come out looking like shit. So I feel like big companies are straying away from them, and it's like, we need to fail a couple of times to get a good movie, you know what I mean? So I feel like hopefully within the next 5 to 10 years we'll get a cool anime adaptation, and that will kind of spark the floodgates, and then we could go from there. Same with video game movies, it's just gonna take a while. They're trying their best. They just gotta get people that actually care about the source material, people that care about the characters, people that grew up watching them, instead of just getting directors that kind of want to do their own thing, make up their own movie with their own character ideas, and kind of just back off. Let the directors that you hire do their own job, you know? Stop interfering. Stop putting your own politics into movies, you know? That's what Hollywood really needs to focus on doing right now, but I think we should get a good movie within the next 5 to 10 years, so there's nothing really to worry about, guys. But let me know what you guys want to see in the comment section. Anything samurai related, put it down there. Put a link and I'll do a reaction. Any anime related movie suggestions, put a link, I'll do a reaction right there. Anything you guys want, put a link, I'll do a reaction right there. So I'm gonna take off right now, guys. Take care of yourself, stay safe, because it is a crazy world and there are a lot of crazy people. And if you guys got this far, then respect. Like always, I really appreciate it. But most importantly, guys, peace.